Question number 156. Kneecap, that is patella, is an example of, and the options given are sesamoid bone, dermal bone, cartilaginous bone, visceral bone. Kneecap or patella is an example of option number 1, sesamoid bone. Sesamoid bones are formed in certain tendons at the joints. Let's discuss rest of the options. The next option is dermal bone, and this is an incorrect option. Example to dermal bone are frontal, nasal or vomer bone. The next option is cartilaginous bone, and this is an incorrect option because an example to cartilaginous bone or replacing bone are humerus or femur, whereas an example to visceral bone, which is an incorrect option, is os cordis, etc. So the correct answer to this question is option number 1. Let's proceed to the next question. Question number 157. Select the incorrect statement with respect to mechanism of muscle contraction. And the very first statement given is the globular head of myosin acts as an ATPase and hydrolyzes ATP molecule. And as it is a correct statement, this cannot be a correct answer to our question, because during muscle contraction, as you can see here, this is the diagrammatic representation of sliding filament theory, which is given in your NCERT book. As you can see here, this is the globular head of myosin, and this globular head of myosin acts as ATPase and hydrolyzes this ATP molecule into ADP and PI. The next statement is ATP binds to myosin head, causing its dissociation from actin. And as it is also a correct statement, this cannot be a correct answer to our question, because formation of cross bridge is followed by sliding and rotation, and this is followed by breaking of cross bridge when ATP binds to this globular head of myosin. The next statement is troponin I inhibits actin-myosin interaction, and this is also a correct statement, so cannot be a correct answer to our question, because troponin, which is constituted by 3 subunits, troponin I, troponin T and troponin C. This troponin I is for inhibition. It inhibits actin-myosin interaction. Troponin C provides site for the binding of calcium, whereas troponin T provides site for binding with tropomyosin. The last statement is T-tubules form the binding site for calcium, and as it is an incorrect statement, this is a correct answer to our question. T-tubules or transverse tubules are formed by the invagination of sarcolemma, and they do not provide the binding site for calcium. It is troponin C which provide the binding site for calcium. So the correct answer to this question is option number 4. Let's proceed to the next question. Question number 158. Ions essential for muscle contraction are stored in, and the options given are sarcoplasm, sarcoplasmic cisternae, sarcolemma, synaptic vesicles. Now the ions which are essential for muscle contraction are calcium ions, and these ions are stored in sarcoplasmic cisternae. So the correct answer is option number 2. Sarcoplasmic cisternae of sarcoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum in muscle are known as sarcoplasmic reticulum. Option number 1 and option number 3, sarcoplasm and sarcolemma, are incorrect option. Sarcoplasm is the cytoplasm, where sarcolemma is the plasma membrane that covers muscle fiber. These are incorrect option. And the last option is synaptic vesicles, and this is also an incorrect option. So the correct answer to this question is option number 2. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 159. Read the following statements and choose the correct option. Statement A. Cornea consists of dense matrix of collagen and is the most sensitive part of eye. And this is a true statement, a correct statement, because cornea is the most sensitive part of eye and it consists of dense matrix of collagen. The next statement is statement B, which states that anterior portion of sclera called cornea is avascular in nature. And this is also a correct statement. Avascular nature of cornea helps in transplantation. Let's discuss the options. The very first option is both statements are correct, and this is a correct answer to our question, as both statement A and B are correct statements. Next option is statement B is correct explanation of A, and this is an incorrect option because statement B, which says that cornea is avascular in nature and is an anterior portion of sclera, does not explain that it is made up of dense matrix of collagen and is the most sensitive part of eye. The next option is statement B is incorrect, and this is an incorrect option as both the statements are correct. And the last option, both statements are incorrect, is also an incorrect option. So the correct answer to this question is option number 1. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 160. Blank and blank are the specific receptors of the vestibular apparatus responsible for maintenance of the balance of the body and posture. Choose the option which fills the blanks correctly. The options given are organ of Corti and otolith organ. Second option is crista ampullaris and macula. Third option is macula and tectorial membrane. And the last option given is tectorial membrane and tympanic membrane. The very first option, organ of Corti and otolith organ, is an incorrect option because organ of Corti is responsible for hearing, whereas otolith organ maintains static balance of the body. For static balance. Otolith organs consist of two structures, sacculae and utricle. On the other hand, the cristae in the three semicircular canals maintain the dynamic balance of the body. So, cristae maintains dynamic balance. So both static as well as dynamic balance are maintained by vestibular apparatus. So the correct answer to this question is option number 2, crista ampullaris and maculae. What is maculae? The projecting ridges of sacculae and utricular are called macula. So crista ampullaris present in the semicircular canals and macula present in the otolith organ are responsible for maintaining the dynamic balance as well as static balance and is the correct answer to our question. The next option is macula and tectorial membrane. This is an incorrect option, and the last option, tectorial membrane and tympanic membrane, is also an incorrect option because both macula as well as crista ampullaris are essential for maintaining the balance of the body and posture. So the correct answer to this question is option number 2. Let's move on to the next question.